decorate, remodel, design, get ideas, get inspired with New England Dream House.
Welcome to New England Dream House. I'm Amanda Rosseter. This show is full of unique ways to solve problems. Our dream house in Freeport, Maine is one builder's solution to what some saw as an impossible sight.
A lot of people would ask me the question, they'd say, well, you're a builder, and I'd say, yeah, and they'd say, well, why the hell are you building something like this?
This unique house in Freeport, Maine is the dream home of builder Tom Wright of Wright-Ryan Construction, Inc. It's located on a jagged ridge of bedrock atop a wooded hill overlooking the ocean.
It started with just trying to do a modern house, but trying to fit it into the landscape as best we could.
The property was covered in thick trees and rock when Tom bought it. He and architect Winton Scott mapped out the ledges, then designed a home that would fit into the contour of the land. The finished house has an unusual shape.
It's a lightning bolt in plan, with the number of jogs on both sides that don't line up with each other.
There are 20 acres of land surrounding the home, so Tom and Winton were free to create anything they wanted.
It's sort of unique, and it's undisturbed, and it's in the woods, and yet it still has some open views, and they're beautiful rock formations and natural plants around them, and that it is secluded. You know, I like the silence.
The house is sheathed in copper, which Tom chose for both practical and aesthetic reasons. The copper is low maintenance, which is important since it's hard to get a ladder close to the building.
I thought the copper would really weather in with the woods. It would become invisible over time.
The steel tubes holding up the overhang mimic the soaring trunks of nearby trees. From a distance, the deck and overhang almost look crooked, but they are structurally sound. The landscape design firm Earthscapes helped Tom turn a problem area into one of the most memorable parts of the property.
There was a puddle of water there that was continually running from the land up above. And so it was sort of a spontaneous thing. What are we going to do with this water that's always here?
Granite stairs lead to a patio next to a pond, and a pump circulates the water in a loop down the rocks into the pond and back again. It is a favorite spot of the owners and a frog or two. This barn, about 400 feet away, holds another innovative solution to a problem. All of the utilities, the furnace, water heater, and so on, are there with lines buried 5 to 7 feet underground, linking them to the home.
I wanted something that was silent. I lived on a street corner before, and that sort of drove me to have all the utilities in another building. So the house is perfectly still at night. You don't hear anything.
The degree of design difficulty doesn't end at the front door. The interior of the house is open with high ceilings and irregular walls.
I definitely wanted the sculptural feel. I wanted to have all the angles and all the shapes so that you really felt like you were in something that you could look around at a lot.
Views of nature outside the large windows mean there is very little need for art as decoration.
I wanted the full-height glass to see the height of the trees and to feel like you were really up in a tree house when you were in here, and that worked great.
Overhangs keep too many rays from getting into the house. The slate floors and large chimney help retain heat.
The heat can go off for a couple of days and I don't even notice it.
The interior of the home gets additional warmth from the rich color of the fir wood that's used almost everywhere.
I had a lot of fir beams that I salvaged from a job and cut them into boards, so I started with a pretty good supply of fir that I wanted to reuse.
The beauty of the fir grain can best be seen in the kitchen cabinets.
We build a lot of cabinets at work, and the millwork division guys were really excited about building sort of a different kitchen, and selecting all the fir and matching the grain and the fir between the cabinet doors and the drawers.
Serrated glass gives the look of glass without being able to see everything inside. The rest of the kitchen is designed to be compact, efficient, and very quiet.
In an open plan like this, the noise is pretty noticeable if the dishwasher's running or the refrigerator makes noise. I really pick the appliances by their decibel ratings more than anything else.
The kitchen has other beautiful details, such as honed African granite counters. You can see a view of the kitchen and the woods from the comfortable living room that's located on an upper level. One central chimney has 3 separate fireplaces, including this one in the living room.
It was a pretty big challenge to build and find stones that actually met all the angles that it needed to meet.
You'll find the occasional rock climber in the chimney stones, which came from a field about 10 miles from the house. And these living room chairs have a famous lineage.
I've 3 of these chairs, actually, and they were in my grandfather's house, which was the Heath House in Buffalo, and it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, as well as all the furniture.
The living room opens out to a large deck with a view of South Freeport Harbor. When the leaves are gone in winter, Tom can see all the way from Bath to Portland. I'm
used to being near the water and seeing the water, and being in the woods and still seeing the water. It gives it a little extra perspective, and you can see what the weather's doing, and it's nice, really nice.
Like the rest of the home, the deck was constructed to be low maintenance. The frame of the deck is galvanized steel. The decking is made of a fiberglass usually used to make catwalks. As you can see, there is very little wasted space in this house. A screened porch with large windows is tucked into one corner. There's room for a sauna in another.
We wanted to make it as small as possible, which was a pretty interesting exercise when you look at the number of rooms that you want and then how you can shrink those rooms down to just make enough pathway of room between the bed and the wall and so on.
Each room, including the master bedroom, was designed to be small without feeling cramped. Tom enjoys the master bedroom's tent-like quality. The master bathroom includes a glazed ceramic sink and riverstone shower with a view of the woods. The home's relationship with nature is both the starting and ending point for this New England dream house.
It has the sunrise and the sunset, which are both unique aspects that I really wanted, and it's a piece of sculpture. It's like living in a piece of art, which is soothing in itself.
That it is. Now let's take a look at our top 10 design elements. Number 10 on our design list, the sauna. It shows how every inch of space is used. Number 9, the riverstone shower with a view. Number 8, the bedroom closet. It has built-in drawers and cabinets. Number 7, even though Tom's not related to Frank Lloyd Wright, he has chairs the famous architect designed. Number 6, the deck with views from Bath to Portland. Number 5, the fir wood, best seen in the beautiful kitchen cabinets. Number 4, the windows that make the home feel like a treehouse. Number 3, the central chimney made of local stone. Number 2, the copper siding that gives the home its unique look. And number 1, the soothing pond that turned a negative into a positive. Both the owner's construction company and the architect are based in Portland, Maine. The phone number for Wright-Ryan Construction, Inc. is 207-773-3625, and the web address is wright-ryan.com. To reach Winton Scott Architects, you can call 207-774-4811. Their website is wintonscott.com.